get those clients coming back, Tracey. You know, if you've got my pizzazz, you got my little shimmy, clients are coming back. That's all you need, I'm going to say, if you're me. Just a little shimmy.
I would say that might keep them away.
Like, you're wrong.
I think so.
You're very wrong. They come back.
Comment below.
Comment below.
Are you coming back to the shimmy?
If I was your nail tech, okay, and I shimmied when you walked in the door, would you come back? Comment below. Please let us know. Let's prove Tracey wrong, ladies and gentle frogs. Let's prove her.
Don't be lying either, guys, to spare his feelings.
I think this is like a part that we do talk about. Mm-hmm. But I like the fact that we're really honing into retention, like bringing the customer back. We always talk about getting new clients, right? And getting new clients is insanely important. But what's more important is retaining the client.
We need them to stay.
100%, right? And just as an example, Tracey, like us as a company, you know, we have different ad campaigns that we do, and they're specific for bringing new clients into the door at Young Nails. And then we have specific campaigns for retention.
Yep.
And if we did not have retention, we wouldn't have a company. I mean, we'd be spinning our wheels constantly, you know, where a new client comes, they try your product, they leave. You know, and then you're like, I got to get new clients. That retention is like so important, but we don't talk about it enough. And I'm stoked we're doing this episode.
Retention. This reminds me of actually, I think it was 1 or 2 OWCs ago. We had a tech, and she did not see. This is crazy. She's like,
It wasn't important?
It wasn't important to her.
I remember.
It wasn't, and I'm not trash talking to her because I think she changed her mind. But she was
very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
And we were trying, but this is what she had been taught by the salon she was working at.
That was it. She said, my owner says
doesn't matter
if
they come back. Like,
it wasn't.
There's only so many people in your town.
Yes, exactly.
Retention is very important.
And I remember because she legitimately asked, she was like, look, my owner says that it doesn't matter. We just get a new client. And I was like, your owner's wrong. And she was like, but his business is good. I said, well, it is now. But once, if
maintain that for so long.
Yes.
Imagine, why do I always go to food?
Because we love to eat,
We
Tracey.
do love to eat. Brand new restaurant. Everybody's going. And they don't retain anybody because bad service, bad food. How long will that last?
Very, very short. You see it. You see it all the time. The newness, there's a line out the door. You're like, ooh. And then it's dead. It's out of business like 6 months later.
Can't maintain.
You can't be that person. So what are some keys to retaining clients? You did a great job. This is ultimately how you build a what do you call it? A clientele. Full clientele. But what are some keys, Trace, that people need to focus on?
Well, I mean, obviously you have to have good presentation. And I mean, by when people walk in, what does the salon look like? What does your desk look like? What do you look like?
Sure.
And I don't mean you have to be good looking or, you know, I always say, do you look like you were kidnapped, thrown in the trunk and taken to work that day?
Right.
And we do it. We do it. Especially when we start building clientele. It's like, oh,
get comfortable.
Man, you're like hair and... put these sweats on and, I'll put a jean jacket on. It'll be fine.
Yeah, spice it up.
I look classy, Yes. So we all do it, but, it all plays in. And then...
So professional. Got to be
professional. Doesn't mean you have to be dressed, because we'll see people are like, whoa, I'm going to wear uniform and everybody needs to wear all black. It's like, have some personality. Be you.
Right.
Be just the best you. And then... how do you talk to your clients? Are you late? How's your work? Do your nails look amazing, but don't stay on? It all, and we all have to work on this, especially when we're first starting out.
Right.
You're not going to just, my goal when I first started out, it's like, I just, hope 1 out of 2 was I hope I retain, because you're not going to retain everybody that comes out through your door. It's last minute or whatever. But once you have all that down, your nails are spot on, you're the best you, your place looks professional, it's clean, the atmosphere is right, comes down right to the music, whatever. Okay, this is the biggie. How are you trying to get them to rebook? And this was hard for me. And I think I've told you this before, because it's so awkward. You're just sitting there like, should I ask them if they want to book again?
Right.
What if they don't? And I used to get a phone call in the salon. Tracey, the phone's for you. Hello? And it's the owner that sat 3 things back from me.
Rebook them.
Pull your book out. She knew it's hard. It is hard because
dude.
Of the rejection. What if you get rejected? And I will say this is a big thing for me when I go places, because I'm horrible about rebooking at that moment. I'm always like, oh, I'll call in. But if they're like, hey, do you want to rebook? I will always go, yeah, you know what? Let's rebook. So it's just a simple question.
Yeah.
And it makes a huge difference, because what happens if you don't do that, then they want a certain time and then they call and you can't get them in. They're like, oh, I only went to Habib once. I'll try another place.
Right.
So this is so key to rebooking.
You have to ask. And you I think, pulling your phone out and saying, when, like, your next appointment, here's my availability. Well, I don't know if I can. No problem. I want to get the best time slot for you. Let me see
what I can do around that. You tell me, I'll look around it.
Perfect. And then even communicating to them and letting them know, like, my schedule does fill up, and there could be a possibility. I'm just letting you know, like, no pressure, but I want you to be informed that way. If you call me 3 days later, it's not available, I don't want you to be upset.
Yeah.
And this is not it's just real. It could happen.
Yeah. I want you to have what you want, and I can't kick someone else out for you to have what you want. And then also, what's too important, and I love my hairdresser always does this. My appointments for my hair vary from 30 minutes to almost 5 hours. Depends what I'm doing.
Right.
So she's very clear on, hey, this is what we're doing next time. And I know that we don't know exactly what they're doing, but hey, you're going to be ready for a rebalance next time. This is what we need for time.
That is so good. That is so good, Tracey. That actually takes the awkwardness right out of it.
Yeah.
It's, okay, cool. So your nails look amazing. Thank you. Now check it out. So in 2 weeks, you're going to need, we got to do that rebalance.
This is the minimum. This is the minimum.
Yes.
If you want something else on that, what are you thinking? I know holidays are coming up. Are we going all out?
Yes. Like, you start talking about it now.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I get this, that way I can prepare, because depending on what you want, I have to book that time slot out for you, which is true.
And I'm super excited about the holidays. So make sure you text me some inspos.
Get me some inspos of what you want. The holidays coming. We got to get, your nails have to be popping. I know how much you love. Dude, that right there just cuts out all the awkward, uncomfortable, like, what do I say? That's what you say.
And it's cool when you're going to someone that's excited about what you're doing and what you're getting.
Yes.
And I don't know. It's just it's more exciting
yes.
to me than when they're like having suggestions and kind of working with you and telling you things like what your timing is, because sometimes we think 30 minutes and it needs to be hour and a half.
Right.
Who knows? You know. So yeah, very important.
And I like the just like and send me like, tell me what you're thinking. You're including them in their design. Like, you're a part of this. These are your nails. I want you to be happy.
And I want to be prepared for you, because if there's that goal that you really, really, I want to make sure I have it in for you, whatever it is. Then I see this a lot, and then talking to y'all, client texts you or whatever, or is you have made booking with yourself so difficult that they finally give up. I've seen it.
What?
Yeah. It's like, well, I only deal with DMs on Instagram.
Oh.
And then they never respond to the DMs. And it's like, well, I can't call you to book because you said you don't have a website to book off of. You don't have a reception. How am I? And you're not responding. So what's going to happen?
Yes.
You got to get back to them.
Dude, one of the main things that we in the marketing class that we do, the one thing when we start going over Instagram profiles and we go through their content, but one of the things that I tell them is, like, put your phone number and text call for appointments. You like make it as or a lot of times you can actually put in a text button right there. Text me by clicking the button, but whatever it is, you got to make it as easy as possible.
And I will say that these online appointment makers have come a long way. Y'all know,
for sure.
When I first started talking about online, I hated them.
I remember.
Hated. But this is where the importance, if they don't book at that moment with you, this is why you've already discussed how long the next appointment's going to take.
Right.
Because they don't know. They're like, oh, Habib has a 30-minute slot. I'm going to slide in there.
Do it. Yeah.
Like, little does Habib know, I want, the Mona Lisa, and these all need to be taken down, and there's not enough time. So that's kind of important. But whatever it is, and, I'm as we know, big fan of having separate phone numbers.
Yes.
For business and for personal. And that way you're only contacted during your business hours. So you can set up a second number on your phone, whatever it is, whatever you're going to do. Make sure you're responding.
Yeah. I just talked to a friend recently, okay? And he was talking about, he had asked one of our other acquaintances has a business.
Yeah.
He requested a service and took 3 days to get back to him. There was dilly-dallying. I just said that, dilly-dallying, by the way. Shows up, like chit-chatting, and he was like, and dude, he told me this, and I was like, I'll never use him. Like, I decided right there, that's too much. Like,
I just want to make an appointment.
All I want, like, get back to me, let me know the time.
And if you can't, cool. Do I need to move on? And by the time what's funny is usually by the time you move on, the minute you moved on,
then they're
like,
texting.
Hey.
Yeah. This is business. You have to jump on it. Text back. Like, there are times where if you're dating somebody, you don't want to text right back. And people are like, you got to wait.
So desperate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With business, you get right back to people.
And saying that, Habib, my clients knew that if I was working on clients, I didn't answer the phone.
For sure. Within a reasonable amount of time.
Within a reasonable time.
Course.
And when I was off, I wasn't answering my phone.
You were not answering your
phone. You guys know my business hours. I'm not answering my phone.
Exactly.
So you can have boundaries.
Right, of course.
But it's like showing up to wherever you're going, and their sign says that they're open from 9 to 5, and you're there at 10, and the door isn't open.
Right, exactly. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It's already hard enough to grow a business. You're making it more difficult, and especially if you want to retain a customer, especially if like you do great nails and they're stoked with their nails and they want to rebook.
Yeah.
But then you're making it very difficult. That's bad business. Yeah. You can't do that.
And they might stick it out, but they're going to be always looking for the next tech.
Exactly. Like, fine, I'll deal with this right now, but I got my eye open.
I love their nails, but as soon as I see someone, they're going to be like, wow, they're easy to deal with?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to try it out.
Dude, here's a great example. And like, this is an argument that we always have, right? You have In-N-Out Burger. I know, Tracey. I'm not bringing this up to argue with you, okay? The fries suck.
Gosh, chest pain.
No. But there's In-N-Out Burger and Shake Shack, okay? So check this out. I have kids.
Yeah.
Getting In-N-Out can be a royal pain in the butt.
It's not just In-N-Out.
It is. It's like you got to drive there. There's no delivery service. They don't work with. I can't have it picked up and taken to my house.
There's a line.
A line always. It's like, oh my, like just recently I drove in the parking lot and I drove right out. I'm like, forget it, with my kids. And then you have Shake Shack where I can go on the app and I like their burgers. Obviously I'm you know me, I'm a crazy lunatic when it comes to In-N-Out. I will fight you to the death, and you've experienced this. Tracey, it's like my button. Tracey will push that button to like piss me off.
Their fries suck.
Their fries suck, exactly. So I'm going to Shake Shack, and they get most of my business because I can click the app, pull in, hey, kids, go in and grab the food. It's on their little delivery, or online order shelf. They go pick it up in the car and we're home. I can order it on all the delivery services as well.
Yeah. We live in a world of Insta.
It is technology instant now.
We're used to.
Right.
Even though maybe we shouldn't be, we are used to it. And if we can't get it to some form, but
you have to make it seamless, easy to communicate. Of course, during business hours, I can't go to, order. I mean, there's some places that have 24 hours, but the burger that I want, let's say I want Shake Shack, they're closed at 3 a.m. That's nothing I can do. Same thing with nails.
I always want Chick-fil-A on Sundays.
Yes, exactly. Me too.
Why? Why is it like Sunday? You're like, oh man, I need Chick-fil-A.
I need Chick-fil-A closed.
They're closed. They're not open.
That's their policy.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
I don't get mad at them and go, I'm never going there. I'm like, oh, Monday, I'll hit it.
I'll hit it on Monday. Yeah. Exactly. So you've got to make the process easy. And just to summarize, all of these things, guys, you have to be like, obviously you got to work on your nails, make sure that the quality is good. Yep. You got to use quality products. You have to be professional all the way through. It's a business, like you were saying. Package. And then the big one is asking for that rebooking. Follow up. And you can do it through that. I love that method your hairdresser does. Like, hey, your nails are awesome. Check this out. 2 weeks, 100%. We got to do a fill. And then even after that, 3 weeks later, whatever it is, rebalance. And that's when we got to do some work. I got to book that time out for you. Let me know what you're thinking. That's such a great way to just crack into that. Cool. Does this date work for you in this time slot? You ask for it. That's hugely important.
And it's the perfect timing. Not to, beat a dead horse, but it's the perfect timing because they're so excited about their nails at that moment too.
Exactly. That's the time to rebook. Mm-hmm. Love it. Thanks, Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to the channel now.